Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November in addition to the club training he was doing because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Leo High School and this edition of High School Girls Basketball here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff bringing you the broadcast, and tonight we got the Leo Lions taking on the Columbia City Eagles in a Northeast 8 conference matchup. Well, these are two teams that are very well coached. They both have experienced coaches, but the records this year do not look all that identical. Leo did win their most recent game. That was back on November 30th against Concordia. In fact, I believe that was back on Tuesday night against Concordia. 58-43 was the final there, but overall, they are 3-7 on the season. Now, Leo is coached by a very experienced head coach, Carrie Chappelle. She's in her 17th season. She's won a couple of sectional titles, and up until 2018, she had led the Lions to 10 consecutive winning seasons, those sectional titles coming in 2008 and 2009. As for this Columbia City basketball team, things look a lot different for the Eagles. They are 8-0, undefeated on the season, with their most recent win coming against Bishop Dwenger. 56-40 was the final there. They've beaten a couple other Fort Wayne teams and some good teams as well. They went on the road and beat Lures 52-27. Lures just improved to 8-3 last night with a win over Northside. They also beat Snyder. That was a home game for Columbia City. 55-48 was the final score there. Snyder has taken some big strides under head coach Akila Sims. They are looking a lot different than they did before she arrived as the head coach. But Columbia City was able to knock them off, and they started off the season with a win against Carroll. Carroll led by longtime head coach Mark Redding. He's been very successful there, and Columbia City was able to win that game 59-49. Columbia City is coached by head coach Amy Shearer. And she is in her 12th season as head coach here at Columbia City, or over at Columbia City. Her resume includes a 22-5 season in 2015, winning seasons the last 3 years, 14-11 2019, 15-8 in 2020, and finished last year at 13-8 overall. So both teams looking with a lot of good success under their belts. Their head coaches have plenty of success under their belts. Leo's trying to right the ship. Columbia City's trying to go to 9-0. We'll come back in just a matter of moments and get a word in from some of our sponsors before we go any further. You're watching High School Girls Basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Leo taking on Columbia City. Game's about to start in about 3 minutes. We'll go ahead and get a word from some of our sponsors here on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenweilerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping you to get your driver's license reinstated. If so, Jolie Law Firm is your answer. Contact Chief Counsel David Jolly at Attorney David Jolie at MSN.com or over the phone at 260-426-0242. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. You can contact them at 260-483-2112 and learn more about their services at siokas.com. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. And are you interested in improving your basketball skills? Or are you a parent who has a child who's interested in improving their basketball skills? If so, check out the Always 100 Holiday Hoops Basketball Development Camp. It'll go from Monday, December 20th through Thursday, December 23rd. It's for pre through K through 8th grade, and you can register at always100basketball.com. And if you have any additional questions, contact Always 100 at 260-446-3251. Well, in just a matter of moments, they will have the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups. Again, Leo taking on Columbia City. The Lions at 3-7, trying to get a little winning streak going. They won their most recent game. That was a game against Concordia back on Tuesday. Columbia City also won their most recent game. They're 8-0, trying to go to 9-0 on the season, coming off back-to-back wins against teams from the city of Fort Wayne, a road game against Lewers and a home game against Bishop Dwenger. They've also beaten the likes of Northside, Snyder, and Carroll, also from the city of Fort Wayne, and I think this is their first Northeast State Conference game of the season for Columbia City. In just a moment, we will have the national anthem here at Leo High School. You're watching high school girls basketball here on SummitCitySports.com. Well, with that, we are just about ready for basketball between the Leo Lions and the Columbia City Eagles. Be Haley Schott to tip for the Lions. That's Rebecca Marshall, who's ready to tip for the Eagles. Rebecca Marshall stands in at 5'11". And we are underway from Leo High School. The tip won by the Eagles right into the hands of Kendra Sheets. And they'll start off with the basketball. This is Addison Baxter getting around a kind of a double screen there. Marshall with the pull-up jumper knocks it down. And right away, Columbia City takes the 2-0 lead. Rebecca Marshall, who missed some time last year due to quarantining, largely due to quarantining, able to get the early basket for the Eagles. And now the Lions look to answer. That's a long pass across court to Catherine Scroggum as Leah May feeds the ball over to Brooke McGee. Looks like Columbia City's in the 1-3-1, up in more of a 2-3 zone. I'd start out in the 2-3. Sometimes as players move, the zone looks a little bit different. This is shot, loose ball. That was knocked away by Anna Schrader, and back come the Eagles, already with an early 2-0 lead. Columbia City JV team one running away moments ago. There's an offensive rebound by Haley Schott. Gets it over to Catherine Scroggum. Scroggum is picked up by Schrader. Leah May gets around the screen. Looking to go baseline, off the glass, got it! Leah May down the baseline, and this game is tied. A catch-and-shoot three from Addison Baxter, and she knocks it down. Columbia City retakes the lead. Not surprisingly, that is the first three of the game, as Baxter is able to give the lead back to Columbia City, but not for long as Haley Schott. Eagles do still have the lead, but Haley Schott makes it a 1-point lead. And here's Sheets on the drive, puts up the floater, and that one wouldn't go. Foul is called. It's against the Eagles, so the Lions will take over. In play to McGee. Scroggum gets double teamed. She throws it off the foot of looked like Marshall. Scroggum gets it in play to Gabby Adams. Adams drives toward the paint, left it short. And back come the Eagles. They get it to Schrader. Schrader zips one into the paint. The basket will not count. Molly Baker made the shot, but she traveled before taking it. Short inbound to May. May looking to push across the timeline. She does get it across the timeline. That shot wouldn't fall for Haley Schott. And now back the other way come the Eagles. This is Kendra Sheets. Sheets swings it across court to Schrader. Marshall trying to go to work on the interior. She was crowded by white jerseys, and that shot would not fall for Molly Baker. Lions come back the other way. This is May. Good defense by Marshall. Stays on her the whole way. Scroggum trying to get it back outside. Feeds it outside instead. That's a two if it goes. It does not. And the rebound comes to Schrader. Check that. This is Schrader on the cross-court drive, and they feed it over to Baxter. Addison Baxter, the kick out to Sheets, and her three is good. That shot is good from the corner. Gabby Adams from downtown. That's Leo's first three of the game. Check that, it's a 2, not a 3. Shot would not fall, but a second chance for the Eagles. Addison Baxter couldn't get it to go, but the putback is good. I think that was Markle. Check that, Baker. Molly Baker with the bucket for Columbia City. They're up 4. 3:25 left to go here in this first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter. Haven't had any stoppages in play, at least not very many. As Gabby Adams with a missed jumper. Here's Schrader trying to get it inside. Finds Sheets on the outside instead, and Sheets will fire. Her 3 doesn't fall. Rebound comes right to Haley Schott. Brooke McGee has it taken away. Molly Baker forces the turnover, and here come the Eagles. They'll slow it down in transition, and wide open on the inside is Becca Marshall. Not sure you can get more open than that. Try to get it inside, the Lions do, as Haley Schott had it knocked away from her. Scroggum will put it in play. Long inbound into Lily Simcox. Simcox trying to get it to Scroggum, and she was fouled. They're going to call that foul on Addison Baker. Check that, Addison Baxter, not Baker. Lions move the ball around the perimeter against the zone. We'll hand off backwards to Ellie Armstrong. Leo trying to get the ball inside against the zone, but mostly been forced to move it outside until now as Leah May makes a tough catch and scores. Leah May, first player with multiple baskets for the Lions, but right back on the other end, it's Molly Baker who's able to answer. And it's a 14-8 lead for Columbia City. And that's going to be traveling on Simcox. The basket, as nice as it might have looked, will not count. Here's Sheets down the floor, keeps the pivot foot, gets it inside to Baker. Baxter with the left hand, got it. Curls in for Addison Baxter. Baxter now with 5 points. That's her first made 2-point shot of the game. And we've now got 47 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Leah May with the catch and shoot 3, and it rattles out. Simcox, the offensive board, puts it in. Lily Simcox working on the glass. .30 seconds to go. It's a 6-point lead for Columbia City, and Baxter nails the 3 ball. That's Baxter's second made 3 of the game, and that ball is nearly taken away. Danielle Dunham got a hand on it. And a transition basket as a result. Caitlin Fry puts it home. And back on the other end, that is a 2-pointer for Addie Baxter. Baxter already with 10 points, and it's a 9-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Be right back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal.
We begin the second quarter with Columbia City leading 21-12. Leo's going to open the quarter with the basketball. Lions trying to get their second straight victory. The Eagles trying to open the season at 9-0. Well, Danielle Dunham looked like she had a chance to go for a steal there. Did not get one, and the Lions keep the possession. Here's May. Tries to lob it to the other side of the floor. And eventually gets it to Gabby Adams. Columbia City's used the 2-3 zone much of this game, and it looks like they're still in that. Entry pass to Schott. Schott draws a crowd of defenders. And they get it over to Catherine Scroggum. May will back it out. Scroggum puts up the jump shot, no good. And it's Leah May who gets the offensive rebound. May has been doing some really good work on the inside, but right as I say that, she's called for the offensive foul. Cross-court pass. That's Dunham firing the three. It's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Haley Schott. Now the Lions will look to get something going the other way. Catherine Scroggum across the timeline. Tries to get it inside to Adams, but Adams lost it off her hands. It goes out of bounds, and the Eagles take over. Tessa Tonka will hand that one off to Marshall. Marshall trying to get inside. It's poked away and stolen. That's Leah May who forces the turnover. Schrader trying to stay with her. Nobody has scored yet here in the second quarter. We're about a minute and 45 seconds into the second quarter. As Scroggum has it at the top of the key, she's guarded by Dunham. Eventually gets it to Leah May. Long pass to Adams. Adams with the catch and shoot. Hits the jumper. Gabby Adams able to connect. She's on the board for the first time, and Leo gets the first points of the second quarter. Marshall looks to drive. Little shot fake there by Schrader. And this is Dunham. Drives to the basket. Gets into the paint. Open out on the wing is Marshall, but she couldn't hit the jump shot. Offensive rebound, though. Tonko couldn't connect. Battle for the ball on the deck. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow should keep it with Columbia City, and it will. Inbound to Sheets. She was thinking about the catch and shoot. Adams was on her. Sheets kicks it back outside. That's Baxter for three. No good. She's made a couple of them already today, but could not connect on that one. May able to give that one up to Gabby Adams. McGee feeds it inside. Haley Schott able to grab it and eventually gets the ball out to Scroggum. They find Schott on the interior, and Schott is able to put it home. Haley Schott makes it a 5-point game. The Lions hanging around. Lions trying to get their second victory of the season. I believe this is their conference opener for the 2021-2022 season. Same for Columbia City, as Sheets could not hit that jump shot. Offensive rebound, though, by Baker. Putback wouldn't go, and the rebound comes to Catherine Scroggum. Scroggum trying to beat the pack, loses the ball, and a foul is called. Some subs will come in. That's Tessa Tonkel, who's back in for the Eagles, and for the Lions, that's Ellie Armstrong, Lily Simcox, and I believe Caitlin Fry. They finally get it in. Lions are going to have to run to chase that down. That's going to be over and back. Brooke McGee touched it before she got to the half-court line and then took the ball over the half-court line. So the Eagles take over up by 5. They have yet to score here in the second quarter, though, and we're about halfway through the quarter. High screen set by Brooke Lickey. Leo in the man-to-man defense. That's a catch-and-shoot jumper for Marshall. Would not fall. Battle for the rebound. And a foul is called. I think that's Tonkel who's going to the line, and it is 22 for Columbia City. They call the foul on Ellie Armstrong. And Tonkel's able to hit the free throw. Tonkel could not get the second one to go in. Columbia City scores for the first time in this second quarter. Still do not have a made shot from the field, but Leah May does have a made shot from the field, and she makes it a 4-point game. And that's nearly a turnover as Simcox got a hand on the ball. Leah May's got 6 points in this game as Leo so far has outscored Columbia City 6-1 in the second quarter. Baxter on the drive, and she gets fouled. Addison Baxter will head to the free throw line for Columbia City. They call it on Ellie Armstrong, and that's the second foul in a very short period of time for Ellie Armstrong. Right now, Carrie Chappelle having a little word with her. That free throw rims out. I know there's a cross-country runner at Leo named Luke Chappelle. I think that's Carrie's son. And her husband, Ben Chappelle, coaches the softball team here at Leo. Second free throw is good. Baxter adds to what's already been an impressive night, but that's 2 trips to the free throw line for Columbia City this quarter. They've gone 1 and 2 on each of those trips. And you'll never shoot free throws at 100%. But you'd like to do better than 70 or 75. But there's a turnover. Here comes Tonkel, feeds that one off to Baxter. Baxter trying to get into the paint. Feeds that one out to Marshall. Marshall drives and scores, and there's the first field goal of the second quarter for Columbia City. I know Florida Georgia Line may have used the phrase automatic like a free throw in one of their songs. I won't quote the rest of the lyrics, though. Free throws aren't necessarily automatic. Addie Baxter on the drive, couldn't put it home. Well, neither are running layups. They're not automatic either. This ball's knocked out of bounds. Lions take over, down 7. They were down 9 at the start of this second quarter. They've gotten as close as 4 down. As Columbia City sticks with the 2-3 zone. Here's May. Trying to get it inside. She's got Adams coming up to the free throw line. Finds Haley's shot. Shot high off the glass, and it goes. Haley's shot finds an open bank on a Saturday night. Three from the corner, that's too strong. Catherine Scroggum got the rebound, and that was a near turnover. But now here come the Lions across the timeline. The lob to shot at the free throw line, was thinking about taking the shot from there. Instead fed it off to Leah May. This ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Baxter. So Leo will keep the possession. Leah May dribbles in. A feed inside, and that one goes off the hands of Gabby Adams, or did it go off of her? They're going to say last touch by the Eagles. May, well defended by Sheets, and Carrie Chappelle is going to call a timeout. That's going to be the first timeout either team uses in this game. We got a good one so far. Columbia City with the lead, but Leo staying with them. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay with you for this one. Leo had cut the deficit all the way down to 4. It's not been a double-digit game yet, but Columbia City had a 9-point lead, and you know, anytime you go against a 9-0 team, you give up a 9-point lead, and sometimes that's when things start to get away, but Leo has not let that happen. They are fighting back. They're playing well against this zone defense that Columbia City has used. And they've held Columbia City to just 5 points total here in this second quarter. Only one made shot from the field for the Eagles. I beg your pardon, 4 points total in this second quarter for the Eagles. 9 points total this second quarter for the Lions. We've got 1:29 to go. Inbound to Haley's shot, and that's a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with the Lions. Scroggum looks to put it in play. She fires it in, but it's knocked away. She was trying to get it to shot. That was Brooke Lickey who forced the turnover, and right back on the other end, it's Addie Baxter who knocks down the jumper. Addie Baxter's already had an impressive game. This ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Leah May, and Columbia City will take over. Coming down to 1 minute to play. Baxter with the ball in her hands. She feeds this one outside to Tessa Tonkel. Pull-up jumper in the paint by Sheets, and that would not fall. Rebound grab by Brooke McGee. 45 seconds to go. If Leo chooses to hold for the final shot, they can do so. A made basket here would make it a two-possession game. Coming out to set the screen is Shot. Scroggum gets to the paint. That looked like contact. Carrie Chappelle not happy that a foul was not called. Well, she shows some brief displeasure and then calls out the next play. It is going to be Leo basketball as Scroggum looks to put it in. She does, gets it to Shot, and high off the glass. Shot scores right off the inbound. Haley Shot with 8 points in this game. Clock is down to 11 seconds. Baxter, late feed. Tonkel for three. Got it! Tessa Tonkel with a three shortly before halftime. That desperation shot will not fall. We go to halftime with Columbia City leading by 8. Good fight put together by the Lions, but it is the Eagles leading by 8 here at the end of the second quarter. We'll be right back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1 hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November in addition to the club training he was doing because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
We're at halftime here at Leo High School. Columbia City leads Leo 30-22. Now Leo has kept it close for much of this game. Columbia City had a 9-point lead coming out of the first quarter. Leo cut that lead down to 4. Played really good defense. They held Columbia City to just 9 points in that second half. Leo was able to score 11 points in that second quarter. Held Columbia City to 9 points the second quarter. My apologies there. But it's still an 8-point lead for the Eagles as we are at halftime. We'll take a look at some of the statistics for you for this game. Leading scorer right now for the Eagles is Addison Baxter. She scored 13 points. Rebecca Marshall has added 6 points. Tessa Tonkel has added 4. Molly Baker also with 4. Danielle Dunham with 3. And for the Lions, Haley Schott is their leading scorer with 4 points. Leah May with 6. Lily Simcox, Caitlin Fry, and Gabby Adams. Simcox and Fry have 2 apiece. Gabby Adams has 5. She has hit the only 3 of the game for the Lions thus far. We got about 2 minutes to go. We'll be back for the start of the second half in a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
Well, we're ready to begin the second half with Columbia City leading 30-22 over the Leo Lions. The Eagles will start with the basketball here in the second half. They have not trailed at any point in this game. Leo did tie the game at 2 apiece. That was early on. I think it was Leah May who had that game-tying bucket. Little fake pass. They get it to Kendra Sheets. She'll fire a 3, but that comes up short. Gabby Adams has the rebound, and now back the other way come the Lions. Adams guarded defensively by Anna Schrader. The feed inside here to Brooke McGee. That's knocked away and apparently touched last by Baxter. So the ball will stay in Leo's possession. Scroggum looks to put it in play, and she does get it into Gabby Adams. Adams double teamed. Gets the pass off to Schott. May swings it across court. That's Scroggum for 3. It comes up short. And a good box out by Rebecca Marshall. Here comes Baxter down the floor trying to beat the pack. Gets the pass away just barely. And that's going to be traveling called on Sheets. Well, from here, I'm not so sure, but the official was right on it. And here comes Catherine Scroggum, guarded defensively by Anna Schrader. High screen set by Schott. That's going to be a foul called against Addie Baxter. They got her for a little bump of Leah May. And Scroggum will put it in play for the Lions. Culver defeated Wayne earlier today in one of our broadcasts on Summit City Sports. We had a great game that Aiden North and I had the pleasure of covering over at Southside. Unfortunately, it wasn't so great for Southside. They lost 50-49 at the hands of South Bend, Washington. That basket will count. Brooke McGee puts it home, and she's going to the line. That's McGee's first basket of the game. And it's the first basket of this second half as Leo has gotten it to a 2-possession game, and they've gotten it even closer with that free throw. Brooke McGee's on the board for the first time, and the Lions keeping pace with the Eagles. Baxter driving inside, left it short. Baxter battles for it. She's going to lose that battle, though, as McGee comes up with the ball. May gets fouled, and I think she might be going to the line. They call the foul on Sheets, and indeed May is going to the free throw line. Got a chance to inch the Lions even closer. 5:52 left to play here in this third quarter. And Leah May is able to knock down the free throw. Lions had cut the deficit down to 4 in the second quarter. That was as close as they got then. And it's as close as they'll get for now as Marshall chases down the rebound for Columbia City. Eagles have yet to score here in the second half until now. Addison Baxter puts it in with a little Euro step. Loose ball, that goes out of bounds. It's going to be Leo basketball. Addison Baxter is up to 15 points for the game. May brings the ball across the timeline, gets a high screen from Schott. This ball's knocked out of bounds. Leo will keep it. Inbound to McGee, and she puts it home. Scroggum gets the assist. Brooke McGee with 5 points here in the second half, including that and one earlier, as Marshall able to knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper. Give her 8 points for the game, 34-28. Could have been called a push-off, but Leah May does not get called for that. Now we get a foul on Columbia City. There's a good number of Columbia City fans here. I think Columbia City's about, got to be a half-hour drive from here in Leo. The two towns are in separate counties. Leo is part of Allen County. Columbia City is part of Whitley County. I think it's actually the county seat for Whitley County. And surprisingly, South Whitley, Indiana is not the county seat, as Leah May misses the catch-and-shoot three. That's Brooke Lickey with the rebound, and here come the Eagles. Sheets able to get a dribble back and then feeds that one off to Danielle Dunham. Marshall hits the jumper. Marshall has the last 4 points for Columbia City. She's got 10 total. And the lead is 8 for the Eagles. May trying to cut into that lead, but couldn't hit the shot. Dunham almost wasn't ready for that pass. She's able to get inside and draw the foul. .4:17 to go here in this third quarter. But Marshall unable to connect on that free throw. Largest lead that Columbia City has been 9 points. Now, they had a 9-point lead in the first quarter. Leo was able to fight back and make it a 4-point game. That was as close as they were able to get. Marshall's second free throw is good. Nine-point lead for Columbia City. That's a near turnover. May was well defended there, and that prompted a timeout from Carrie Chappelle. That's the second timeout that the Lions have used. And it's a 9-point lead for the Eagles. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay with you for this one. Again, Leo showing some good fight, but Columbia City able to provide the answer. Rebecca Marshall with some key baskets. She's actually scored the last 5 points for the Eagles. A couple of pull-up jumpers, and that has allowed Columbia City to take this 9-point lead. They gave the update earlier that apparently Alabama defeated Georgia in the SEC championship game, so we know that one team is in, is another team out. Oklahoma State is likely out after they lost to Baylor today in the Big 12 championship game, but what's going to happen with Georgia? Drive to the basket, that shot no good, and the rebound comes out to Lily Simcox. May looking to drive inside, kicks it back out to Scroggum. Loose ball, and stepping out of bounds is Brooke Lickey. It's going to keep the ball with the Lions. We've got 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A catch and shoot three that doesn't fall for Ellie Armstrong. Now back the other way come the Eagles. That's Kendra Sheets who gets the ball. And then flips it back outside to Tonkel, but Tonkel is going to be called for traveling. Might have shuffled the right as she stepped with the left, and I think that's what got the traveling call. Lions get the ball across the timeline to McGee. A catch and shoot, that one wouldn't fall. McGee battling for the rebound. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with the Lions. 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Scroggum to put it in play for Leo. She gets it into Leah May. May gets a screen from McGee. Long pass over to Scroggum. Scroggum will fire a 2. That one would not fall. She had a foot on the line, and Brooke Lickey comes down with the rebound. She zips it over to Marshall. That 3 would not fall. And a near steal. I think that's Dunham going after that ball. She did not get the steal, though. McGee with the sidestep, puts it home. Brooke McGee with a much-needed basket for the Lions. There's a turnover. Here comes Leah May the other way. May pushing, leaning in. Too strong. Tonkel gets it to Sheets outside the three-point line. Leo appears to be in the man-to-man defense as Tonkel gets fouled on her way to the paint. They call the foul on Armstrong, Ellie Armstrong. That's her third. It comes with 2:08 to go, and Tessa Tonkel will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is good. Five points for Tonkel. 2:08 left to go here in this third quarter. And the second one rattles in. It's a 9-point lead for the Eagles. This is the largest their lead has been tonight. Adams feeds that one outside to May. May with a long cross-court pass. That 3 ball comes up short, and it's Sheets who gets the rebound. Sheets with a cross-court pass to Marshall. Marshall uses the baseline, and that's Tonkel who fires a 3, but it's too strong. Scroggum with the rebound, and here comes May. May spinning inside, trying to use the glass, and that one comes up short. Here's Sheets coming the other way. Sheets trying to thread the needle. It's knocked out of bounds by Schott. She was trying to get the ball to Danielle Dunham. There's a lob inside to Marshall. One dribble and a shot. Marshall knocks it down. Columbia City takes their largest lead of the game. They're up 11. Impressive second half for Rebecca Marshall. 7 points this half, 13 total. Falling away there was Gabby Adams. As we come down to the final minute of the third quarter, this ball's knocked out of bounds. Tough shot, and McGee gets fouled. They're going to call the foul on Tessa Tonkel, and that will send Brooke McGee to the free throw line. And McGee's able to knock down the first one. Gets them both. Well, McGee has 9 points in the game. And it's back to a 9-point deficit. Foul was called there on Scroggum, 50.4 to go. And Brooke Lickey could not connect on that free throw. Second one is good, and it's back to a double-digit lead. Largest lead has been for Columbia City today has been 11 points. Eagles are trying to go to 9-0 on the season. Leo's trying to put together a 2-game winning streak and get to 4-7. Loose ball, it's out of bounds, but touched last by the Eagles. That's Tonkel who knocked it out. 42.2 left to play in this third quarter. Scroggum gets it into May, and May is going to be called for steps right off the inbound. .6 left to go, and a timeout. Full timeout called by the Lions. They've got 2 left. We'll take one with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal
42-32, Columbia City leads Leo with 40.6 to go in this third quarter. Leo is down to 2 timeouts left for the game. As Kendra Sheets gets the ball across the timeline, down to 30 seconds. Marshall feeds it off. Back outside to Marshall, 20 seconds to go. Here's Dunham. Trying to get to Marshall. Marshall eventually gathers her dribble. Sheets is open for 3, and she nails it. A late 3 in the quarter for Sheets makes it a 13-point game. May trying to answer. It's no good. So we go to the end of the third quarter. We'll start the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching high school basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Columbia City leads 45-32 as we begin the fourth quarter here on Summit City Sports. The Lions are trying to claw their way back. They were down as many as 9 in the first half, but late in the third quarter, Columbia City has been able to stretch the lead out to double digits. Lions have shown some fight in this game. There's Tonkel, though, on a drive to the basket, and she cashes in. I believe that's Tonkel's first made 2-point bucket of the night. Good defense here by Baxter. Lions get the ball across the timeline. Tough shot by McGee. Kind of a wild shot as well. It comes right to Sheets. Sheets swings it outside. That's a good look for Tonkel, but she can't knock it down. Rebound is grabbed by Brooke McGee. Here come the Lions. May with the sidestep. Count it, and a foul. Leah May's got 9 points in this game and a much-needed basket for the Lions as they cut the deficit down to 13, just 43 seconds in to this fourth quarter. And it's a successful three-point play for May. She's got 10 points for the game as a whole as Baxter feeds that one outside. Pull-up jumper rattles out. Offensive board, and the putback is good for Molly Baker. That gives Baker 6 points. And the Eagles have it back out to a 14-point lead, but right back off the catch and shoot was Gabby Adams. Back down the floor come the Eagles, and they score. That's Baker again. Lions playing quick as May gets it down the floor. That's Baker May from the free throw line. It's no good. Baxter has the rebound. Baxter looking to push. She'll fire from the free throw line. Got it. Addie Baxter having a great game. 17 points for her tonight. Loose ball right into the hands of Baxter. Baxter pushing down the floor, trying to feed Baker, but there's a takeaway. Haley Schott comes up with a turnover. Tough shot, too strong from Brooke McGee. Sheets down the floor. That's Marshall. Becca Marshall with the pull-up jumper. Becca Marshall has had an impressive second half. There's a turnover. Leads to Baxter getting fouled with 5:20 to go. They're going to call that one on Adams. Tessa Tonkel will put this one in play. She finds Marshall. Tonkel gets into the paint. Just barely able to get that one outside to Schrader. Baxter with a crossover dribble. Gets into the paint. She walked. Foul is called as Scroggum gets the ball across the timeline with 4:58 to go. They're going to call the foul on Addison Baxter. Into the game comes Kendra Sheets. This will be free throws. That was the 7th team foul against Columbia City. Scroggum at the charity stripe. She hits the first. I think that's Scroggum's first point of the night, and it is. The second one rattles around and in. Scroggum goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. Here's Sheets looking to attack the paint, feeds it back outside to Schrader. Schrader zips it inside. Tough catch. Baker puts it home and gets fouled. Molly Baker earns herself a trip to the line. So Baker will finish this game in double digits. She's up to 10 after that made basket. Free throw is good. That was the band. Maybe with a little help from the rest of the home crowd trying to distract her on the free throw, but it was to no avail. May is double teamed, throws it away, gets it back. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to keep it with Leo. That was close. I thought she got possession of the ball and then came back over. Columbia City trying to start 9-0 on the season. They've got a 19-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. Of course, I've seen some big comebacks with 4.5 minutes or less. Now, it wasn't quite as big as far as margin goes earlier this week, but Ohio State did come from behind to beat Duke. Duke was ranked number 1, and Ohio State actually trailed by 15 at one point. Didn't trail by 19, and they were not trailing by 15 with 4.5 to go in the game. They were actually trailing by 14 at halftime. That's a catch-and-shoot three for Lily Simcox, and she drains it. Scroggin will get credit for the assist. And Simcox is up to 5 points for the game. Shot is good on the other end. Kendra Sheets gets it to fall. Marshall's called for this foul. And Baxter will check into the game with 3:39 to play in regulation. Free throw bounces out, and the rebound comes to Baxter. Check that, that's Baker. She finds Baxter in transition, gets it back out to Baker, and Baker's jumper is good. Well done by Molly Baker, and she's up to 12 points for the game. Leah May gets inside but has the shot blocked. Baker is trying to get the ball out of trouble. Eventually she does find Baxter. Baxter down the lane. She scores in transition. Addie Baxter putting together a very impressive night. And this 22-point lead is the largest that the lead has been for Columbia City. A takeaway by Kendra Sheets. She picked the pocket of Caitlin Fry. A foul is called on the other end. This is Molly Baker at the free throw line. And her free throw rims out. That time, the band was able to affect her. Baker connects. She goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Baker has 14 points for this game and a very impressive fourth quarter especially. The feed inside, that's too high for Brooke McGee. And Columbia City will take over. A 23-point lead for Columbia City as they'll end up running away with this one, you would think. Kendra Sheets to the basket. No. Baker the rebound, and she gets hacked. They call the foul on Adams. Gabby Adams with 2:09 to go. And Molly Baker is at the free throw line to shoot 2. But her first one no good. Some subs will come into the game, including for Columbia City, Faith Fry. I think one of the subs that just came in for Leo is Renee Bobian. That second free throw is good for Baker. Molly Baker, 3 for 5 shooting her free throws tonight. There's a takeaway. Here come the Eagles as Sheets with the sidestep. She gets fouled. And it looks like Kendra Sheets is going to the line. Leah May gets called for the foul. And Sheets is able to knock down the free throw. .156 to go in the game as some even louder cheers from the Leo students. That was actually from the cheerleaders. But Sheets is able to make both free throws. Here's May across the timeline. That three ball too strong. Battle for the rebound is going to be won by the Eagles. That's Sheets who eventually gets it. Check that it was Schrader who got the rebound. This is Sheets with the ball right now. She's cut off by Bobian. Sheets backs it out, and a timeout taken by Amy Shearer. Just a 30-second timeout as it looks as though Columbia City is on their way to a huge victory. Huge by way of margin, 68-42 the score right now. They'll go to 9-0 when this game is all said and done, and Leo will fall to 3-8. Lions' next game is going to be on Tuesday against Angola. Actually, I believe that's Wednesday. December 8th is the date of that game. And Columbia City's next game is going to be Friday. That'll be at home against Norwell. 7:30 p.m. start for the Eagles. We've got 1:29 to go. Long inbound and a block shot. Inbound went to Faith Fry, but here's Schrader with the turnaround off glass. That's no good. Eden Freeman going after the rebound. She eventually gets it, and now Freeman has the ball again. Columbia City had actually not had to use any timeouts before that last one. May looking to use the baseline. Slows it down. She's double teamed. Good defense there by Eden Freeman, but I think Freeman's going to be called for the foul. 56.6 to go, and that will send May to the line. And that one rolls around and in. Leo has a few of their starters still in the game, including Leah May, and she's able to go 2 for 2 from the line. They have dug into the bench quite a bit, actually. I think May's actually the only starter still out there. Here's Brooke Lickey on the drive, feeds it back outside to Schrader. Schrader loses the ball. It's out of bounds. Columbia City takes over. I should say they get the ball back. They already had possession. And Brooke Lickey will look to put it in play for the Eagles. Long inbound, she gets it in, and that shot no good from Faith Fry. It's out of bounds. Leo takes over with 38 seconds. Here comes May down the floor, gets this one across the timeline. Baseline drive by Bobian. Bobian was bobbling the ball, so no call for double dribble. We're down to 15 seconds. May feeds that one back outside. Loose ball poked away briefly, and it's out of bounds. Columbia City takes over with 2.7 on the clock, and they won't even have to get the ball across half court. Schrader looks to put it in, and she gets it in to Danielle Dunham, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Columbia City wins this one. They go to 9-0 on the season, 68-48. A lot of zone defense that Columbia City used tonight, and that defense held Leo to 44 points. Go ahead and read off the final statistics for you. First for the visitors from Columbia City. Molly Baker finishes the night with 15 points. Addison Baxter finishes the night with 19 points. Rebecca Marshall will finish this night with 15 points. Those were the top scorers for the Eagles. Leah May finishes the game with 12 points. 10 points for Brooke McGee. And 8 points for Haley Schott. Those are some of the top scorers for the Leo Lions. Well, for a Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, it's going to be a bit of a toss-up here, but we're going to recognize 3 players. We're going to recognize Rebecca Marshall, Molly Baker, and Addison Baxter. Baxter did a lot of the scoring early on. Then Marshall kind of took over in the third quarter, and Baker kept it going, kind of played the role of closer as she was able to knock down most of the shots in the third and fourth quarters. So Rebecca Marshall, Molly Baker, and Addison Baxter are your Parkview Sports Medicine players of the game. That's going to do it from here at Leo High School. For my camera operator, Aiden Orth, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Leo. Columbia City wins 68-44. You've been watching high school girls basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really